Hi Leos, and happy birthday to those July Leos. This is going to be your reading for July 2026. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising, because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to Traditional Tarot, and then back to Oracle at the end. Let's get started. You actually got 2 angel messages this month, and I'll read both of them for you. So the first one is surrender. Surrender is a spiritual practice that is not an easy one, but angels are working in your favor, and their miracles unfold with ease when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Take some time to realize that in order to be helped, you must surrender to your need for control over the situation that is on your mind. Hand over your concerns and the entire situation to your spiritual allies, and when you do so, you will allow angels of light to swoop in and help everything transform. If you find yourself having difficulties letting go of the reins, it's because the parts of you that are not willing to receive or be helped or get miracles that you deserve. Hand over all your concerns to God and let the miracles in. You also have angelic protection. Lots of like protection, trusting in spirit this month, so I'll read that one for you as well. A brilliant light of protection is around you at this time, and angels are guiding and guarding you and wanting you to know that you are safe. Whether you're feeling worried about physical, emotional, or spiritual harm or not, this card is confirming that you have spiritual protection. This angel card is supporting you and leading you towards positive experiences and outcomes. If you have a decision to make or opportunities to take and you're still unsure what to do, know that this card is bringing you comfort and support, and the angels who are with you only need a prayer from you in order to swoop in and guide you. Wow, such a lovely message from Spirit. Just saying that they have your back in general. It seems like Leo for this month. So let's just take a look at what the cards may be. We'll get started. Okay. Just gonna pull one more card. Okay. For Leos, please. Okay, it just feels like there's almost like this relationship here. It doesn't have to be just romantic, but just kind of 2 people. It might be 2 fire signs because we have the King and Queen of Wands here in reversed. When it's in reverse, it's maybe 2 people not really acting within their energy and their potential of energy. Okay, there could be some anger involved in this situation. There could be some people just feeling like they're feeling stifled creatively, passionately in their life. This might be you here, where you're feeling a little bit stifled in this relationship. Again, doesn't have to be romantic, but it's just a pairing. It feels like here for you, Leo. But what it's doing is just raising up some questions with the 7 of Cups. It's like some uncertainty. It's like options here, or like where to kind of go, or what to kind of choose here. It feels like there's some maybe unknowing between these 2 people. Leo, like unknowing, will we break up? Will we stay together? So it just feels like some questions kind of in the middle here, or some uncertainty that's happening between these kind of 2 people. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. It could be to friendship that you're having here as well. Again, I just feel people that are maybe just opposed to each other at this time, and you're just like, can this be resolved? Can this not be resolved here? But the 9 of Swords is just saying, When it's in the reverse, it's like, where are we having sleepless nights about this? I feel like we are going to kind of move away from that a bit. We're going to start being having some better sleeps, taking it off our mind, because I feel like we are going to get into some of this mentor energy with this Hierophant. And this Hierophant is can be spiritual counsel. I always see it. It's Taurus energy. Could be like a mentor spiritually. Maybe again you are telling or asking your angels for support, asking them to kind of clear out whatever kind of overthinking or whatever kind of energy that is feeling stagnant or stuck here within this relationship, helping clear that out. Or you might be seeking someone on the earthly plane. Maybe some of you are going to marriage counseling. Maybe some of you are going to see a mentor or a counselor or someone that just gives you really, really good advice here with the Hierophant energy, because it's always like someone that's a little bit higher up than you. It's like someone that we trust. There's like a priest on this one. So sometimes this has to deal with priests or church, but I also see this as psychiatrists. Sometimes I see this as doctors here as well. And then I also see it as spiritual kind of leaders, whether that be, in spirit or not. But it just feels like with this energy, you're just losing hope a little bit here, because it feels like there's some kind of suppressed emotional energy with this King of Cups here in the reversed. The Star is kind of losing hope on a situation, but really feel like you can transmute some of this energy to Earth. I think that's kind of the key with this Aquarius Star energy here, is that as you can see, she's transmuting that kind of spiritual energy to the earthly plane by refilling the water here, as Aquarius is kind of that water bearer in astrology anyways. Feel like you are bringing that kind of spirituality down into your life right now, especially if you're in this place of unknowing, or if you're in this place of being unsure about something or a situation. I feel like feeling that kind of connection spiritually will just help lighten the load, especially in your brain a little bit here, or what you've kind of been stressing over. Again, this King of Cups in the reverse energy is just saying we've not been really feeling our emotions. We've been kind of more stuffing our emotions down, not wanting to listen to them, not wanting to talk about them. But I feel like those emotions now, instead of just kind of coming up and releasing, might be turning into anger a little bit here, might be turning into resentment. So it would be a good idea to just kind of look what is really going on right now. And maybe this is where this kind of mentor energy is coming in. It could just even just be a friend that you are really close with, that knows you really well. But it just feels like, what are we stifling here? What is truly going on? What are we truly feeling? Is it this idea of this kind of anger, or is it this idea of something else that we're feeling here that just wants to release, or that we kind of want to talk about here? So it just feels like with this Ace of Swords moment coming out sideways, we can either be very clear in our thought. It's like, this is all kind of making sense now, or we kind of stay in this kind of overthinking. But I feel like we'll get that mental clarity through that Hierophant energy, through maybe bringing someone else in to kind of look at the situation, or someone that you look up to here, to get through some of this kind of energy that might be feeling stuck or stifled. Because we do have the Four of Wands coming out here, and the Four of Wands is kind of celebration. It's home life, coming back home to something. Maybe this is even coming back home to each other in this kind of situation, right? It's like where we're feeling distance, where we're feeling ourselves separating. Maybe we're coming back to feeling a little bit more cohesive, especially within kind of our home life and our family life here. As you can see, these people are dancing. Sometimes this can be engagement, but it's just home life in general here. So I feel like more of a happier home life. But it's like with this Knight of Cups, right? It's like this Knight of Cups in reverse. It's interesting because it is coming in reverse, which means like this cup of love isn't kind of coming our way, or feeling like it's kind of coming our way here. But I feel like that's kind of what's going to save you a bit here, that no one's coming in to bring you that it feels like, Leo, that you're just bringing that in for yourself here. It's not like an external thing that has to come through, but it just feels like whatever that is, that almost like not bringing in someone else bringing you that love is going to be what's going to unlock this overthinking or this kind of mental strain for you here. Maybe you're expecting someone to show up in some kind of certain way, and you're feeling like they're not, especially emotionally. But it's like when we stop expecting them to show up like that, it feels like there's just this almost unlocking here for you with this Eight of Swords, this overthinking. It's just kind of allowing things to be where they are, allowing the universe to kind of take control of whatever the situation is that's a little bit on your mind here, or ask for that kind of help for them to step in. But it just feels like it's just going to be a weight off your back. And it's funny because you think, what do you mean? Like this Knight of Cups, like Of course, love, someone bringing us love would help our mind, but it's almost just like, it's okay, I'll be okay either way. If they want to bring in this cup of love or if they don't. There might be a situation here where you're feeling left out in the cold by someone, especially financially within this maybe relationship, maybe where this kind of resentment lies. Maybe that's kind of this emotion that you've been suffocating down. It might be a Scorpio energy because I do have the Death card coming out here, which means an ending. Or maybe someone kind of shut you out in a cold way, Leo, and that kind of really forced you to withdraw, especially emotionally here. For yourself with this 10 of Pentacles, it was maybe not turning into the thing that you really wanted it to be. Maybe you thought this was going to be your overall stability, happiness, long term, but it seems like, again, it just wasn't on that avenue, or something did come to an end here for you, and that ending kind of made you feel shut out in a way. But now we're kind of connecting back to ourself or our own self-value with this 9 of Pentacles. Like I was saying before with this Knight of Cups, it's like almost not needing that cup of love. It's almost like it's okay if that comes or goes. It doesn't change my own kind of stability here for myself, or my own kind of value within myself. And I honestly think that's kind of where true love lies, is when you can fill your own cup and then help fill someone else's, but not until your cup is full, right? Not until you are feeling good with yourself. And sometimes, your partner will help you and when you're feeling really low and fill your cup. But there is this kind of balance for yourself, right? This feeling of being solid either way. If love comes in your life, if love doesn't come in your life. So that might be something to address here for yourself too. It's like seeing your own value and your own worth, even if maybe someone else is not really seeing it for you. I have the Knight of Wands here, which can be a new kind of passionate drive. For some of you, this might be a new lover. If you are kind of going through maybe divorce or things like that, I feel like maybe this is a new lover or something with this Knight of Wands. Or if it's not for you, it just feels like you have a bit more of a new passion. But we do have the Queen of Pentacles in the reversed, which is talking about kind of our investments or a stockpile. Sometimes it can be, houses, investments, savings, things like that. If there's something to do with our foundations or stability here, especially revolved around home life, the Justice card is coming out in reverse. So I just feel like maybe you feel something isn't fair, especially if there was a court proceeding that was happening for you here. Something didn't go the way that you think it should have. But I almost think you'll try to get a retrial if this is a court case for you here. I feel like you're going to be really persistent with it with this Knight of Wands. You're going to be a little bit more fiery. You're going to be a little bit more on it, especially if you feel like you got the short end of the stick, or you're not feeling like something turned out in your favor here. I feel like you might even be spending some more money because you're like, no, that's unfair, I want a retrial, or something like that here, Leo, because it just feels like you're kind of standing up for yourself in your own energy, right, with this Knight of Pentacles. So you're just like, I'm not going to go down without a fight. I have the Page of Swords here coming out sideways, which could go either way. There's someone kind of wanting to come forward to talk to you or start a kind of conversation. I have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new foundational money, especially coming in for you. We have the Ace of Swords and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So new money, new job, finances. But it's interesting, it's coming on the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Judgment card in reverse. So there's an error or judgment that people aren't here to help you, or there's someone about something not here to give you assistance. Like you have to do everything on your own here. I think someone will maybe come through with a job offer or some kind of financial assistance for you in this kind of month of July that will help you here with your situation where you were feeling like I have to do everything myself. There's no one here that is supporting me or helping me, because again, I feel like it's telling me you have an error in judgment in that. You feel like almost energy is against you, but it's not. It's actually protecting you. in a way here. So trust in that angelic protection. Trust that the universe has got your back, especially in this situation. And seek out the help with this Hierophant. Seek out this kind of higher council energy for yourself. Lots going on in July. It feels like it's connecting back to you. Prosperity lies ahead. Again, there's stress here, but there's nothing to really stress about for yourself. I feel like, especially with this Ace of Pentacles, that you are going to be okay here, Leo. So just trust in that. Trust there's new kind of financial things, especially if you're feeling like with this Queen of Pentacles, your foundation or your stockpile is getting a bit low. Empowerment. And I'll read that for you. The moment for respect for life and all living things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of earth is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action to remove difficulties and resolve problems. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it comes, right? This Hierophant energy. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. That's what we were talking about here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Sorry, lost my place. Unusual avenues. Be alert to unseemingly random input, which will give you clues and ideas that would not be occurred to you earlier. Once you have picked up on these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action to take, take it. Lots of power. This is the action right here with this Knight of Wands here. But you have more resources than you think here, Leo. So just trust in that, all right? That was your monthly reading. I hope it helped.